One, two.
Hi, and welcome back to K-pop Procedure. Today, we'll be taking a look at Jang Wonyoung's aesthetic transformation. Wonyoung is the beautiful and talented center of IVE, an up-and-coming group that has already won national recognition, rising the ranks of the K-pop girl group scene. Wonyoung herself rose to stardom at only 14 years old, and has been in the spotlight ever since. Her appearance has been widely discussed throughout the K-pop community, from her weight, to her looks, to her talent. Wonyoung has been, and continues to be, picked apart by the public. I'd like to take a look at her beauty transformation, from pre-debut to now. At the end of the analysis, we'll discuss why Wonyoung may have had these procedures done. Wonyoung made her first public appearance on national television, on the 2018 Idol survival show Produce 48. Wonyoung was only 14 at the time. I don't believe Wonyoung had any cosmetic surgery prior to her appearance on the program. By 2019, following Wonyoung's debut in temporary girl group, IVE Wonyoung, I believe she had her first nasal tip work done. I see a nose with a more defined nasal tip, greater nostril show, and a narrowed nasal base. We also see Wonyoung's natural double eyelids appearing deeper and more symmetrical during this time. I believe Wonyoung may have also had a very subtle epicanthaloplasty to open up the corners just slightly. Wonyoung has always had a naturally square jaw, which was mostly noticeable from three-quarters or side view. In 2020, Wonyoung's jaw appeared significantly more narrow, however, we still see her mandible angle. I believe this is the result of Botox, injected to the jaw angle, shrinking it in size. This is also around when we see another change to Wonyoung's nose. Looking closely, we can see the outline of something beneath the nose, apparent on Wonyoung's nasal tip. This, I believe, is the shape of a silicone implant extending to Wonyoung's tip. Looking back at this comparison picture, we can see that her once downturned nasal bridge now appears higher, with the tip equally appearing lifted. This is a completely different nose, one that appears significantly perfected. Here is Wonyoung before and after her implant within the same year. Wonyoung had a strong, asymmetrical chin. This is completely natural and normal, however, Wonyoung had received relentless comments from the public about her chin, with those online posting photos of Wonyoung's chin at unflattering angles to poke fun at her. It's no surprise that Wonyoung had her chin corrected. By the end of 2020, we see a smaller chin and a more narrow lower face. Wonyoung most likely had a mini V-line procedure, which aims to narrow the entire lower face while correcting chin projection or recession and asymmetry. We can really see the change in this video of Wonyoung in 2020. We can also see the beginnings of possible lip filler usage. In these two photos, comparing Wonyoung in 2018 and now, you can also notice the change to her chin projection from side profile. Let's take a look at Wonyoung's eyes. In 2020, by the end of the year, we see double eyelid folds that appear deeper, eyes that appear longer, and drooping to the upper eyelid. I believe Wonyoung had an epicanthaloplasty, further opening up her inner eye corners, as well as double eyelid surgery. When we look at Wonyoung's eyes, we see creasing to the eyelid as well as a looseness to the skin. One method of double eyelid surgery is the use of the suture technique. This technique leaves a zigzag-shaped scar, which appears identical to that found on Wonyoung's eyelids. The ptosis to Wonyoung's upper eyelids, giving her an almost sleepy look, may be a result of this procedure. We also see brows that appear higher. This may be the result of brow compensation, which occurs as a result of eyelid ptosis. In 2021, Wonyoung's cheeks begin to appear tight and full. It appears as though she's had some filler or fat injected to her upper cheek region. We also see an increase in lip filler usage, with Wonyoung's lips appearing plumper and larger on her face. I believe Wonyoung also had her inner eye corners opened up again during this time. In 2022, we see a lack of movement to Wonyoung's face, especially to her forehead and around her eyes. I believe Wonyoung has begun getting Botox injections. Since beginning her career on Produce 48, Wonyoung has been treated as an adult. From over-sexualized performances, consistent discussion of her looks, and pressure to diet, it's no wonder Wonyoung has associated her appearance with success. Cameras were equally positioned to follow and record Wonyoung and other contestants at all times. And with Wonyoung's incredible popularity, this focus was only heightened. How could a child be placed under this amount of scrutiny and not begin to believe her worth lies in her beauty? With the oversaturation of the market and the continual search for the next K-pop visual, Wonyoung most likely feels pressured to live up to new standards of perfection to remain relevant in the industry.